What's good, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, as you've seen by the title, Teofimo Lopez has announced his retirement. He says, "What a relief, retired at the top. Thank you, boxing, for the amazing life you've provided for myself and my entire loved ones. The double greatest." Now, I don't believe this is a retirement. Teo, in the ring after the fight, said he has no immediate plans to fight because he's going for custody and he wants to focus on custody of his son. And I can't knock that. I respect that. And I actually think that's what Teo's career needs. Meaning, I don't think Teo needs filler fights. I think Teo can only get on for big fights. So there's no need for him immediately to be jumping back in. That's what happened with Kambosos. I'm pretty sure Teo beat Loma and then ran in there with Kambosos, and it was quite quick and one of them ones. Teo's a big night fighter. That's what the last few fights show, in my opinion. So there's no rush for him to get back on the wagon. The whole retirement thing, I believe he's using it as some sort of marketing and or leverage angle. Again, myself, do I believe it? No. I'll believe it when he relinquishes that belt he's just earned. Don't forget, people, that belt he's got at 140 is a hard-earned belt. No one's just whooping Josh Taylor like that. So if Teofimo announces I'm giving the belt up, then I'll say, damn, he's damn serious. But until then, this is just posturing and whatever else. It'd be a great shame. He knows it as well. I'm sorry. I mean, the words here, what a relief, retired at the top, they sound good. But no one, or it would take a very special man to have that kind of performance, which was the best of his career. I'd put it well above the Lomachenko fight, because he's gone up in weight. Teo was the big man against Loma, and he faded towards the end. Teo was the small man noticeably against Josh, and he didn't fade. He was whooping him. It was mad to watch. I never saw that coming, not in a month for Sundays. So to go out after that kind of win, I just don't see it. I mean, look at boxing history. Who has gone out? And he's not 35. He's 25. Who has left the game, even before, let's call it 29. Who before 30, even who before 35, has left after that kind of emphatic win? I don't think it's ever happened. Even Lennox Lewis, when he left, he beat Vitali in a dodgy fight, and then he was 38. Do you know what I'm saying? But even he didn't leave on top in that sense. He left out in a bit of, not controversy, but you know what I'm saying? It was, maybe I haven't got, maybe I'm not my best. Now, especially for a man like Teo, who was openly questioning himself, have I still got it? I can't believe he can leave on this kind of high. I think his emotional after the fight, when you got that much emotion going through your body, it makes you almost reactive. Oh, I'm going to retire. I mean, he said as much. He said he can't believe. He can't believe, but he believes he's at the top. Or in the last 24 hours, 48 hours, he believes he's reached the pinnacle. But that's all because it's happened in 24 hours. Months from now, the feeling of what he's done will normalise and he'll realise he wants more. That's human nature. It's a bit like, I don't know, if you get a pay rise at work. If you get a pay rise, for the first month you're buzzing, then the check lands, then the bills land, and a few months later you need another one. It's not just about money, but human nature in general. No one achieves something and then that lasts forever. You need the next one. Yeah? Or it's like if you like doing some sniff every now and then. No one has one bump and says, oh, that's me done now for the rest of my life. Do you know what I'm saying? If you like it, you have your second, thirdsies, fourthsies, fifthsies, and you know what I'm saying? No one's there. So, it's human nature. Now, is Teo headstrong enough to turn off human nature? I doubt it. Boxers are renowned, or most top athletes, but boxers in particular. I mean, look at the belief Teo showed in that fight. Yeah? To believe to that extent when no one else did. That means there's something inherent in him. who believes more than anyone else that he can be great. And when you have that kind of belief, you don't just sit down. Yeah, he's made 5 million, but that's not what... This was never about the money. That performance Teo put on, it wasn't a money performance. Look at AJ. If you want to see someone just turning up for money, that's what AJ does, just turn up for money. Teo, the things Teo was doing in there, it was electric, yeah? And that ain't to do with money. Oh, I've retired and I've got the money and my family's safe. Yeah, that's good now, again, emotional. Months from now, that itch, the way that Teo was stunting in there, yeah, he would have the itch to be doing that again. There's no doubt about it. And if I'm wrong, fair play, but I don't believe it. Again, he's 25, people. He's not 35. He's at the absolute prime of his life. At the prime of his life, best win of his life, and anyone who thinks he's walking away now is completely delusional. He might have 8 months off. He might even have... I wouldn't advise it, though. Teo, inactivity can't help no one. Now, Teo shouldn't be fighting bums, though. Teo, I mean, the Prograis fight now. A month ago, I'd have told you Prograis will knock Teo into Mars. But now, that fight for me is looking like 50-50. Why? Teo seems to get on well with southpaws. Bottom line. He seems to be becoming a bit of a... I mean, if Teo beats Prograis, then he is the official southpaw slayer of the century. Simple as that. Josh Taylor slayed Loma. He didn't really slay Loma, but he beat Loma when he wasn't supposed to. And then Prograis. I mean, I think Prograis is the best at 140 by miles. So that fight's there. The Tank fight, potentially. Tanking. Listen, again, Tank. Imagine Teo beats Tank and Prograis. Tank, it's funny, before the fight, Tank or his team was saying, yeah, we'll knock Teo out. They've been quiet ever since. Yeah, Tank is a bum slayer. If you're not a complete bum, if you're not completely finished, or if you're not a twink like Ryan Garcia, Tank don't want to know. He missing. Yeah, about free Tank. You need to... Leonard Ellaby. Listen, Leonard, your nose need to free Tank. Yeah, because you'd be sucking all the air. He can't speak for himself. Yeah, that's what needs to be freed. The air around Tank so he can speak up. Because Teo be doing against the odds. Tank's always... You never notice that, people. Tank is always the favourite. Always. Heavy favourite against Ryan. In his heavy favourite. Everyone is a heavy favourite. Teo, underdog against Loma. Underdog against Josh Taylor. Heavy as well. That's what you call lifting real weight. And even Devin Haney, to be quite frank, yeah. Devin Haney, heavy favourite against Loma. Devin Haney, heavy favourite against Cambosos. Haney ain't really lifted no weight yet. Lifting weight. And yeah, Haney's been a bit more consistent than Teo. But anyone can win a fight they're supposed to win, I believe. But what Teo's done here, and I mean, people can say I was a hater. You call it what you want. I was hating. I'm not gonna lie. But truthfully, it's very rarely I'm inspired. But seeing the way Teo, who I believed I'd completely written him off, seeing the way he came back yet has genuinely inspired me as a man. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I'm trying to think, when was the last time I watched boxing and a fight inspired me on a man level? Like, damn, I need some of that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm watching that in there. I need some of that for sure. And that's very rare, if ever, in the last few years. I can't remember the last time. In there, against the odds. No, it weren't supposed to be going like that. Most people, myself included, thought there's more chance of Josh Taylor stopping Teo than there is of Teo winning in full stop. He was knocking Taylor all around the ring. And he looked small in there. So salute to Teo. Let's see what he does with the belt. If the belt goes, then he probably is going away. But that'll be a big mistake, in my opinion. Big mistake. And he knows it. That's why the belt ain't going to be relinquished. And I want to see if Teo can get better from here. Bottom line. Because I can't believe he's... I mean, everyone peaks at some point, but I think he's just found his momentum now. Before the fight, he was saying, oh, we know what we did wrong. No one believed him. But clearly, he knew what he did wrong. Because there's no way that was fluke. I've seen fighters get fluke wins. That wasn't a fluke. The way he was in there just stunting, man. Fair play to the guy anyway. Let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, and let off the bell 100%. No doubt.